Hey besties, right now we're in the Bahamas shooting some videos, and I want to ask you to take 60 seconds to listen to a message from the sponsor of this video, BetterHelp.
If you've seen some of my videos, you'll know I take my physical health pretty seriously. Well, in 2022, I'm setting a new mental health goal to wake up every day feeling positive and present.
If there's something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals, one solution could be BetterHelp. BetterHelp assesses your needs and matches you with your own licensed professional therapist, who you can start communicating with within 48 hours. BetterHelp is available to clients worldwide. Not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional therapy done securely online. With their over 20,000 plus therapist network, BetterHelp provides a wide range of expertise that may not be available to you locally. No more sitting in uncomfortable waiting rooms. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses, and you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions. You can freely and easily change your therapist if needed because of BetterHelp's commitment to finding you great therapeutic matches. Our besties will get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/besteverfood. Now, on to the show. I'm told this is a Haitian snack. Is that true?
Yes, the mud.
It's what?
The mud.
Every year, thousands of Haitians flee their homeland to surrounding islands in the Caribbean in search for opportunities and a better life. Some of them end up here in the Bahamas. Today, I'm on a mission to experience the food and the culture from a country I may never be able to visit myself.
There is so much in this big, mushy brown pile. There's ribs, I'm told there's cow feet, and
Oxtail.
In up-and-coming restaurants like this, you'll find menu offerings completely different from typical Bahamian food.
Ooh, that smells good. It smells like happy juice.
It is.
But before lunch service can begin, restaurateurs must head to their local Haitian grocery store to grab supplies.
Well, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm great, Sherlanda.
Meet Sherlanda, a Haitian Bahamian chef. Right now, she's showing me the ins and outs of a Haitian grocery store.
It's a store where I mainly get a lot of my produce when I deal in or making certain meals from my mom's culture.
Sherlanda's family is among 80,000 Haitians living in the Bahamas. That's more than 20% of the country's entire population.
Today I'm making a stew, so I'm gonna get this guy right here. Not sure what it's called in English.
Ah, we call this a bing bong. I have no idea what this is.
This is chayote, an edible plant belonging to the gourd family.
It's green, it has a butt crack. What is that?
It originally hails from Central Mexico and Latin America, but it's now grown all over the world.
Should we try it raw?
I guess we can.
All right, let's do it. Oh.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's very fresh. It's crunchy like a water chestnut. Actually, more like an apple. It's a little grassy tasting, right? I bet cows would love this. So what can you get here that you can't get at a typical Bahamian market?
In Haiti, a convenience store is known as a boutique.
Me need the experience interacting with her.
And then you can get some ingredients that are harder to get for Haitian food when you're in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Like this.
Well, they don't use those ones in Haiti.
This is, oh yeah. This is Kraft macaroni and cheese.
In the Bahamas, Haitian boutiques are a new sight. Before stores like this sprung up, Haitians here had to rely on the occasional boat coming from Haiti, bringing specific ingredients and goods sent by family members.
I'm told this is a Haitian snack. Is that true?
Yes.
This wasn't made by the Kraft company?
No.
Okay. Oh, this looks good. I mean, it looks certainly homemade, and it looks roughly like a peanut brittle.
This is tablet pistache. It's essentially a mixture of roasted peanuts and caramelized sugar.
You gotta be careful, it's super hard. I didn't want to break my retainer. Oh, that's delicious. Super sweet, sugary, kind of caramelized flavor, crunchy nuts. That's delicious. That's a fun snack.
Around the world, you can find various peanut sugar confections.
What's this one?
They call it cocata.
Let's try this out.
Cheers! No!
But my next bite into Haitian cuisine is something I've never seen before.
The mud.
It's what?
The mud.
It's mud.
Yes. Pregnant women normally crave those.
Is it really mud, or is that just a fun name for like, it's a mud cake?
It's really mud.
Lava.
It's mud.
The making of this cookie resembles a pottery workshop. A special type of mud is mixed with salt, margarine, and water. The so-called batter is formed into flat discs and sun-dried.
It's not really a smell to it. It does look like mud.
Try it.
Just try it. She's like, just shut up. It's really, maybe the mud's really good. All right. It's fucking mud. feel like I ate a sandcastle. It's a little salty, it soaks up all your spit, and it's gritty. I mean, there's sand in it. It's in my teeth. I can't
Get it out?
I need a shovel or something. Oh my gosh.
Food like mud cookies were invented to reduce hunger, and it provides low-cost nutrients, especially for children and pregnant women. But the Haitian food map goes much broader than this. Sherlanda runs a small restaurant called Caribbean Cuisine. Patrons coming here are welcome to home-style Haitian dishes prepared by Sherlanda and her mother, Jeannine.
Is this your home?
Yes.
And this is your restaurant?
Yes.
How long does it take you to get to work?
Less than a minute.
I would think maybe less than 5 seconds. But you can still take your time. Don't get in any accidents.
30 years ago, Jeannine started her business with only $20 in her pocket. The kitchen was just a tent in her yard. As the Haitian community grew in Nassau, so did her restaurant.
In the beginning, were you making this? What is this?
PATAE.
I understand pate to be like a ground liver, but is this something completely different?
Completely different.
Haitian pate, or patties, start with dough being flattened up. Then they're stuffed with pre-made mackerel. Pinch it together to form a dumpling shape and deep fry.
Oh, it's still warm? And the dough is real thick on here? I like this. Oh, I love this dough. For me, if I'm making a pizza at home, I'll undercook it a little bit because I like it to be a little doughy. So here it's flaky and crusty on the outside, but it's really thick. And so breading on the inside itself is kind of doughy. And now I got the fish, mackerel. It tastes kind of like a spicy tuna. That's delicious. Is this a normal breakfast?
This isn't breakfast. It's like a snack.
This is one hell of a snack. If I had to choose between mud and this, it's this every time. The pate, it's really heavy. Here, this is gonna give us some balance with the slaw.
Pepper slaw, or pickles, is the Haitian version of coleslaw.
Oh, I was thinking black pepper. It's not black pepper.
No.
This is a habanero.
Shred cabbage and carrot, diced chili peppers and onions. Mix it up with lime, sugar, and a vinegar-based dressing.
Oh, that's really spicy. For you, it's fine? I didn't see you eat that much, though.
Because it's spicy.
Smart. I want to talk about Haiti. I'm fascinated by Haiti. Do you think I could visit Haiti?
Not right now. It isn't safe right now.
Haiti has a long, dark history of slavery, colonization, and imposed debt. But it was the first Black republic to gain independence. That was over 200 years ago. In modern times, this island nation has been plagued with natural disasters, unstable governments, and corrupt leadership. It's now one of the poorest countries in the world. Desperate to escape poverty, crime, and corruption, many Haitians have seen no option but to flee their own country. Jeannine was one of them.
So how old were you when you came here?
22 years. I come in a boat, like 3 days, because I come with a big boat.
And did you come here legally?
No, we come in a car.
Fleeing Haitians are usually known as the Haitian boat people. The USA or nearby Caribbean countries are their intended destinations. Here in the Bahamas, Haitians are the largest, most visible ethnic minority in the country. Naturally, their culture and cuisine have slowly become part of this nation.
Are most of your customers Bahamian or Haitian?
A little bit of both.
Haitian cuisine is a blend of Spanish, French, African, Arab, and indigenous Taino cooking.
When I first do it, baby don't eat from Haitian.
Various vegetables and proteins are prepared with the extensive use of herbs and spicy peppers.
One day, one officer come, he buy some pate, and everybody start coming.
Starchy staples such as rice, beans, corns, and yams are widely used.
The Bahamians, they don't really use a lot of vegetables and prefer fried food over cooked or boiled food.
I think everyone does. Fried food is good.
Haitian legume. It's a dish that reflects Haitian home cooking, a recipe that's passed down in every Haitian household. Jeannine's recipe includes beef ribs, cow foot, and oxtail. She soaks the meat in lime and water to reduce any gamey flavors. Then adds flavor with chicken seasoning, a lemon and pepper mixture, and fresh lime juice. Add carrot, onion, celery, and bell pepper to the meat. In a separate pot, add papaya, chayote, and cabbage, or any other vegetable available. Boil the 2 pots until all the ingredients almost melt down. This will take a few hours. In the meantime, I'm hitting up another spot. Dudun's Kitchen, the most popular Haitian restaurant on the island.
I like that your waitress is listening to music and can't be bothered with the sounds of reality.
A place where Haitians and Bahamians commune under one roof for one purpose: to eat good-ass food.
That smells good. It smells like happy juice.
It is.
I'm welcomed by Ashlyn and her mother Charmaine with a cup of cremas. This is a popular Haitian drink made from coconut, milk, and rum.
Oh, wow, it's milky, creamy, and delicious. I love it.
Dudune's restaurant started recently in 2020. It's located near the bustling restaurant district. Dudune quickly became a favorite dining destination for both locals and tourists.
Everything looks stunning in front of us. What is this one?
Within our culture, our national dish is pork griot.
Pork Creole starts with seasoned pork that's boiled for 45 minutes.
It must be pre-cooked in order for you to get that juicy flavor into it because it's pork and you want it to be able to melt in your mouth.
Once tender, the pork is fried until it's golden brown. Served with fried plantains and pickles.
Yes.
It's so good. Here there's still some bone hanging off. I'm gonna peel that away. Breaks off super easily. And there's just a big layer of skin here. Skin, fat, protein, everything together. It's so delicious. Skin is just gelatinous, oily, and there's some delicious seasonings on here. It's so good.
Thank you.
And so the people eating here, is it more Haitians or more Bahamians?
Plenty Bahamian. Bahamian really love my pork.
I've been eating Bahamian food the last 2 days, so I can see why the people in the Bahamas would like it, because it's something a little bit familiar, but with the flavor just really turned up, jacked up. So I want to try this now. This is like a plantain cup with the same ingredients stuffed inside, but with that really spicy slaw on top.
The pork plantain bowl is an invention of Dudune's. Plantain is chopped, lightly fried, and flattened. Mold the flattened plantain into a bowl and fry until golden. Now fill the edible bowl with the same delicious pork Creole and pickles.
Oh, it's delicious. Crunchy, starchy cup on the outside, same tender pork on the inside, and then just this really sharp, slightly sour, very spicy slaw on top. And it's an edible cup. I like edible dishes. Oh, I gotta try more of this pork. It's one of the best things I've had on the island.
Thanks to her.
Yeah.
Charmaine was also a Haitian boat person. She followed her family to the Bahamas at the age of 16.
What do you think are the biggest challenges for the Haitian people coming here now?
Residency, citizenship, that's definitely at the top of the list.
Haitians coming here illegally are often left to build their own homes in improvised villages known as shanty towns.
I was fortunate to not have grown in any of those villages. Living in a shanty town, based on what I've seen, there's no running water. There's really no electricity. It's not a space that people should live in, but it's something that's better than where they're from.
Wow, so even the shanty town here is still better than being in Haiti.
Yeah.
As Haitian refugees became a crisis in the 1990s, the Bahamas started to repatriate a large number of undocumented Haitians. Those who managed to stay struggled to survive in a foreign country with no visa, meaning no proper job, no accommodation, and little acceptance from locals who felt like their land was being encroached upon.
The idea that there's all these people coming to the land illegally, taking up space in a very limited island, I could see why that would put fear into the hearts of some people, and especially if those people seem or feel like they're unknown. But the greatest gateway into getting to know a new culture, or the easiest way, is often through food. Like, oh, this is pretty good. Maybe I can learn something else about these Haitian people.
I would say yes. I would definitely say yes.
Haitian food is vastly different from that of the Bahamas. I want to know what folks here like or don't like about Haitian food. So I'm inviting a Bahamian chef for my final climactic meal.
Little backyard picnic. This is real nice.
Chef Simeon is a Bahamian celebrity chef who grew up in Nassau. Chef Simeon is also an entrepreneur, mentor, and an author in the culinary industry.
A lot of my cooks over the years have been migrants or Bahamian Haitian.
When you look at this plate, is there anything familiar here?
Yeah, I mean, this use of vegetables and proteins cooked to the bajibas, this is definitely something that I've seen before.
Remember those 2 boiling pots we left in Jeannine's kitchen? They're now so tender that the veggies could be smashed with a spoon. She adds the mashed vegetables to the meat pot, mixing them well. Then she serves us up a plate with rice and black bean sauce.
I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna say that is probably a rib. Wow.
This is flavorful. It took some time for sure.
So the pork ribs, to me, it's not like they're super tender. They still have some bite to them, but I don't mind that. Still a nice texture to run your teeth through. But the flavors on there, it's so savory, but not just salty. There's really like a depth of flavor there, which is fairly different from the Bahamian food I've tried so far.
And this food here, you said it pretty well. The pork ribs are not fall off the bone tender because I think you want to know it's pork ribs in a whole mashup of protein. This is good. I like it. It's tasty food. This is definitely somebody's way of telling their culture through their plate.
What does this plate tell you about Haitian people?
Slow and steady, tenacious, tough when you need to be.
Yeah. Here, I think I found a piece of tail. So this is oxtail. It's been hacked up into little medallions almost. The bone's in the middle, and then you can just chew around the outside. Oh man, that oxtail is delicious. The meat is kind of chewy around the outside, almost like a chicken gizzard. It depends on where you get it on the tail. Some are softer and fattier, and some are a little harder.
Right. Obviously, this is kind of something that they do and eat regularly that you may not always get. When you go to a version of Haitian Caribbean, Haitian Bahamian eatery, that's very unique. This is probably cow foot, heel, something or the other.
A heel.
Right here. I'm definitely going to be chewing for a while. But it's good.
What do you think Bahamian chefs could learn from Haitian cooking?
Depth of flavor, resourcefulness, using the whole animal. We talk about it. Now, the tail and all these other stuff, we don't use the whole thing.
No.
They use the whole thing here. And that's the kind of food that I enjoy. And this is a story. Could you imagine what they would be doing and talking about as a family if they were all in the backyard? And so as a chef, that's what I try to do. I want people to have an experience, not just to come, sit down, eat, and walk away.
Yeah, absolutely. This I have never seen before. I'm told this is a gravy.
Yeah.
When I sip it, it tastes like liquefied beans.
Beans, that's basically what it is.
And I'm told we just pour it over the rice.
Yep.
Ooh, that looks awesome. It looks like some kind of a thick chocolate sauce. It does not taste like that though.
It tastes like liquefied black beans with some spices and, you know, a couple of things in there. And this is definitely something you can get at almost every Haitian spot that I do.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you think Haitian food here is affecting the mainstream food of the island?
No, not really. It's just another option. And it's a good option. This is Caribbean, African, diaspora food that connects all of us. And basically when you eat, what do you want? You want delicious food. Whether that's from this or that, doesn't really ruin anything. It just gives you other things that you can enjoy.
I understand that Haitians over generations have had their own struggles in coming here and feeling invited and feeling welcome. But it makes me happy to know that at least through food, through this one small thing, that people can connect with each other.
100%. We could be the biggest enemies, but we sit down and we have a plate of food. Or I introduce you to who I am through my food. There's no way we won't make small connections. Food is fellowship. Full stop.
Best Ever Food Review Show is a small team of independent creators, and everything we do here works because of you guys. Click the link in our description to join our Patreon and receive exclusive benefits. A piece. I feel like I've seen something like this before. If I cut it open, I think I would know. Oh, still have no idea. What is this? Something else spotted my eye. Spotted my eye? Is that, do people say that? Caught my eye? I spotted something else. I spotted something else that caught my eye. I'm trying to open it. First of all, it's
Want help?
triple knotted. So if you were pregnant right now, you'd be going crazy. I do like how we have all this and then one tissue. What am I supposed to do with this? It's $1. It's a great value. Thank you for letting me know. This would last me probably 10 years. Thank you so much for watching. I want to say a huge thank you to all the chefs who joined me today for the food, but also for telling me their story. I hope you learned something. I certainly did. That is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. A peace. All right. Let me find more of that cow foot. Man, that was good.